fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man quickly. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw it. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Here comes the heat. Quarterback moving. Running through contact. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the mark. The Cougars look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Washington State will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A low-line drive and short kick. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the right couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The short hand, it's Boone. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw, it's Knight. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by a field goal over Baylor. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
Nothing going right, for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Oh, and he wants to throw it. Got him downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Final play of the quarter coming. Back to pass, it's Knight. Oh, they're after him. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Huskies have this offense rolling. From the red zone, looking for a man. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Pocket breaking down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him.
Touchdown, Husky! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick completion to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Husky. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Knight. Makes the grab. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. To the air on first down. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Going to swing it on second down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Washington State will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner goes down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. He wants to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Knight. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Knight. Pressure coming. Firing to the right, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Washington wants to go quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Never a doubt. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars.
Washington about to put it deep to start things in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man.
There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Washington State ready to go with another first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Back to pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Let's go. Motion from the back. He's looking to throw. He's got him. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have in the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. At the 20, he's got space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. He'll pull it on the read. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wazoo! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Great play by the defense, taking that back for a pick 6. And as a quarterback, if you're going to throw to your running back, you've got to be accurate with it. Remember, they are not receivers. And if you make it difficult and tricky, bad things happen, and it did right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by 12 over Baylor. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Huskies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Can't get him to the ground.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bow it up, stuffing the run.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Soft spot in the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Now improvising. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Worthy. He's got it. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
This time it's complete. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Washington State going back to work on first down. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Finds his back in the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A first down run in the red zone. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They're going to run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? Third and goal, a chance to set it right. To the air, it's Worthy. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
And I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's moved. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Back to pass, it's Worthy. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Washington. The defense takes matters into its own hands. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags it quickly on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 40. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us.